Yeah, and regarding the Western government, week before the Rabaa massacre, on the 3rd of July 2013, the day of the military coup, former Prime Minister in the United Kingdom, David Cameron, stated that the United Kingdom never support the army's intervention, but what we need happen now in Egypt is for democracy to flourish and for a real democratic transition to take place. After 10 years, what's your comment on this situation? Is the democracy being flourished in Egypt?
So when did David Cameron make this remark?
On the 3rd of July, a few hours after the military coup.
Yes. And of course, actually, John Kerry, I remember this, the Secretary of State, the US Secretary of State, praised Sisi for restoring democracy. I mean, I don't know what universe John Kerry belongs to. There was no seriousness about what Mr. Cameron said. There was no effort by the British to use our influence to restore democracy in Egypt, and we turned a blind eye effectively to the military coup. I doubt we were behind it. I don't think it was one of the famous sort of MI6 generated coup d'etats such as happened in Iran in 1953, but it was we accepted the result, and Sisi was welcomed back. There's been no serious attempt by the British government to encourage democracy in Egypt, and I don't think we want democracy in Egypt. There's a pattern.
What kind of democracy, Peter? Because as far as I know, after the revolution in 2011, there was a plenty of occasion of democracy. Millions of Egyptian people participate in the constitution, in the parliament election, in the presidential election, and now British government's dealing with Sisi as an elected or democratic president. What kind of democracy the Western believe?
The West, it is a pattern all across the Middle East that the Western powers, Britain, America, and so on, prefer to deal with actual or in effect dictatorships. We saw this very recently with the case of Imran Khan, this is quite a similar case actually. There are interesting comparisons between Mohammed Morsi and Imran Khan. And when Imran Khan was removed from power, there were no protests from the British, and now that he's been sent to jail, nothing, and it's clearly trumped up charges. Nothing from Secretary of State Blinken in the United States, nothing for Foreign Secretary Cleverly here in Britain, and you can see that they are very relaxed to see an elected Prime Minister end up in jail.
Interest versus values.
Yes, you do. You read, as I do, the pronouncements of the British Foreign Secretary or the United States Secretary of State. They're always telling you that they're great believers in human rights and democracy and freedom.
This is the values.
Yeah.
But they go for their interests in the Middle East.
Yes, they have concluded that the interests of the big Western states in the Middle East are very much to see the survival of dictators.